this is Bob Hawkers, and welcome to another SceneDaily.com discussion. I've got Lee Montgomery here, got Mike Hembry here, and we're going to discuss who's going to make it into the chase and who's not. 2 races to go. A bunch of guys still battling to get in. Ryan Newman is 7th in points, but he's only 84 up on 13th place Kyle Busch. You got Greg Biffle 75 points up. Juan Pablo Montoya is 64 points ahead. Mark Martin's got a 60-point cushion. Kasey Kahne in 11th has a 52-point cushion, and then right on the border, Matt Kenseth has made every chase so far. He just has a 34-point cushion on Busch and only a 39-point cushion on Brian Vickers. Well, Lee, who's in, who's out?
Oh, the pressure's on, huh?
Yeah.
You know, it's a tough list to make, especially with 2 races left, because as we've seen in this sport, anything can happen. You know, who would have thought that a couple races ago Juan Pablo Montoya would be mentioned sort of on this bubble, because he's run so well recently. Well, the last couple races he's had some bad luck and has slipped a little bit. But I'm not counting him out. I think he's in. I think the one guy that's going to stay out is Clint Boyer. That's an easy call to make. 15th. Boy, that's a tough one. I'm really going out on a limb. I know that. I think the one guy we also could see slipping out is Matt Kenseth. He just hasn't been consistent at all, hasn't been happy with his performance. So I'd say those 2. I'll vote Matt Kenseth, Clint Boyer.
All right. If Matt Kenseth is out, who gets in?
Well, I'm thinking the happenings are going to be around these 4 guys: Kasey Kahne, Matt Kenseth, Kyle Busch, Brian Vickers. I'm going to say 2 of those are going to be out, and 2 of those are going to be in. If I had to put down money today, I would say Kyle Busch and Vickers get in, and Kahne and Kenseth don't make it. I think Kahne has really lost some momentum. Kenseth seems to be complaining, although not loudly, but moaning and whining every week about the cars, and they're just not good. And I think he's really trying to almost talk himself out of not being okay. So, but I think really the best thing about all this is we have 8 or 9 guys here who really have a pretty good shot, you know, at getting into these positions, and it's going to make these last couple of races before the chase really exciting.
Yeah, I think so, and I think the big thing is Brian Vickers has kind of had his bad race behind him, or his bad track behind him in Bristol, and now goes to Atlanta and Richmond. I think Kyle Busch gets in, and either Kahne or Kenseth drop out. I just don't know. Kahne has been there before, Lee, and he's gotten in, and he's also not made it. So what do you think is going to be the key for him and Kenseth to stay in?
Well, they just have to improve their performance, and as we've seen with this car, you just don't do that overnight. They're going to have to, I hate to say it, they're going to have to kind of luck into it to get into this chase this year, because right now, based on the past few races, Kyle Busch and Brian Vickers are, performance-wise, doing better than those other 2. So that's what it's going to take, a step up in performance.
Yeah, and you talk about step up in performance. Sometimes I would maybe just say they just need to keep their performance steady. A lot of times, this is one of those things that you lose. You can almost lose your way out of the chase rather than kind of win your way into the chase. So we'll see what happens. They got a whole weekend to think about it, because there's no Cup race this weekend. They've got to wait until Sunday the 6th before they get back out racing at Atlanta. Thank you very much for joining us, and hope you join us again on another discussion here at SceneDaily.com.